I started off with the wedding. Honest to God, I did. That's why I came out. When you guys were here before, I couldn't come in. I was in meetings. I thought they ever come back. So I really want to try to do that. It was the same thing that happened. We opened up the bars, but no karaoke, no nightclub dancing, you know. They put it in the same context. So I still don't want to give up on that. And what I'm hoping is, in a little bit of time, if we can even move towards, you know, tier 4 is good, but getting more vaccinations, and then just, you know, look, we got a lot of modifications done last week. We got into tier 3 right away. We went after the modifications. So
yeah. So a lot of us, we all come into the same conjunction. Just let us work, because if we don't have to be called weddings, if you want to put us into a life event,
yeah,
because that's what we do, life events.
Yes,
but we just need to work. Like, a lot of us have kids. A lot of us have been hurting, no help, because we're small businesses.
Right.
We don't have storefronts. We cannot get the help.
Yes.
So a lot of us are really hurting. Like,
yes,
it sucks.
I know
worrying
that.
about money.
I know that. I know that the wedding business, okay, is a very vital part of our economy.
It brings in 800.
No. It's actually $16 billion.
Okay, 16 billion. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
But not in Hawaii.
In the state of Hawaii.
It's proven. It's
16
proven.
billion. We are the number 2. People come here for tourism. That's the number of tourism, leisure. Number 2 is romance. The romance industry is a monster industry, but we have been silenced. We have been an invisible industry, and I think everyone here today is saying, please hear our voice. We haven't worked for an entire year, and we are a vital part of this economy. Okay. So we do want a seat at the table. We do want to be able to bring back weddings safely, and we want to keep it. We want to bring back weddings in a way that's legal, that's legitimate, and we don't want to have these rogue weddings that are happening. These huge parties.
I believe you.
We want to do it in a safe way.
I don't know about the $16 billion number. I've seen a lot of numbers.
That's from the Civil Beat. The Civil Beat reported that.
Okay, well that's a fascinating number, and I know enough about the state's GDP. But that aside,
okay,
it's a very important part of life. Okay, and it's also a very significant part of our economic recovery. Right? It represents a strong component of what goes on, and I really wanted to see if we can make this happen. Okay. So I wanted to come down in the rain, no umbrella. Tim wanted to come with me. He's the director of communications. I'm okay. I've got to go up and give a proclamation. And to tell you, I hear you. Look, I was very clear from the time I got in office. No, stay in my lane, okay? The mayor's office doesn't control the State Department of Health. The State Department of Health makes the rules. But they've been very gracious with us in listening to us. We moved into tier 3 a minute after midnight. I mean, and we were surprised and pleased we do that, and they signed the emergency, they signed that, and then right away, the very next day, rather than just say we're in tier 3, we went for the modifications, which there were a lot. Weddings, I can promise you, is at the top of this. I promise you also, I will go back and try. If you could give me some stuff, like you were just saying.
Oh, yeah, perfect. OWA can send some stuff. We have a lot of, yes.
Help me make an argument here. I promise you I will go back.
Because, Mayor, we're not asking for big weddings. We want to start off at 25. 25 is controllable to us.
Look, on Maui, they have weddings on Maui.
Okay, so, yeah, so just give us 25. Give us something small to work with.
Mayor, thank you for everything that you're doing for our industry. We know that you are the path to our industry reopening. And I'm Joseph I'm the president of the Oahu Wedding Association.
Yes.
I talked to you last week.
Yes.
I called you.
Yes. And we want to continue to work. Yes.
Yeah.
We want to continue to work with your administration, with the Department of Health, to put a plan in action. And everyone here today.
I'll say this clearly. If I had the authority right now, I would say yes. I don't have that authority. I would try to get to yes.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
I understand where you're coming from. I promise you. My campaign manager knows, all right? If I say something, I mean it, okay? I just don't have the full authority here, all right? I've got to be the yes guy.
Well, we want to work with you.
All right, I'll go back.
Yes.
We do. We want to work with you guys. We want to go back to work. Like,
I know.
For our industry, we're always the first people in and always the last to leave an event.
Okay, so what,
Same like
what
now.
I read into was we're not stopping people from getting married. They can get married. We still want more than 10 people at the gathering, you know, that kind of thing. I hear what you're saying. Okay,
But
so,
to put it in perspective, I'm planning my stepfather's funeral.
yes.
And in Hawaii funerals, this is how it works. It usually works for 5 hours. Somebody dies. Yes, it's not planned, but you plan on a date of the event.
I
You
know.
come, and there's usually more than 100 people. In weddings, we know the head
I
count.
know
We
that.
know where they
I
come
know
from.
that.
We can
I
trace
know
them
that.
better.
I understand that.
Then you sit there for at least 30 minutes, 45 minutes listening to the priest, people talk about the family. In Hawaii terms, right after that, you go vala'au with your family that you haven't seen
Yeah,
2,
we've asked
5,
people-
10 years.
Yeah, we've asked people not to do that, but yes. I
Yes,
know.
but it's
I
the
know.
thing. You gave the funerals a chance. Why can't we? Like, we're trying to help bring money into the state.
I get it.
We're not trying to take anything from the state. We're just asking for a small headway so we can work, so we can provide for our kids. You know how hard it is to pay bills monthly and not know where my money's coming from? I haven't worked since March. I don't want to ask for help. I went on food stamps for a while, but I didn't want to because I didn't think I needed it. I need it for people that need it. We can work. We can structurally say and safely say we can work. All these professionals have put blood, sweat, tears, years. This is not so run-of-the-mill people. Some of these people have been in this industry 10, 15, 20 years. They didn't know how to work. We just want to work. I trust you. You're trying to help. I've seen what you have been doing since you've been elected mayor, and I thank you. But it's just so heartening. It is, because I have kids. A lot of these guys have kids too. You know how hard it is not to know when you're gonna pay your bills, not to know if your electricity is gonna turn off. Oh, all these things are coming out. All these things are coming out to help us. But where's the wedding industry fall in that? A lot of us cannot get that help. We cannot, because we're small businesses with low storefront that doesn't have the capital, that doesn't have the employees that other businesses get. And that's the thing that I'm asking for, just a little leeway, a little. We don't have to go back to big events. Please just start us off at 25 as soon as possible, because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people in the industry that had to leave their business because they couldn't survive. And I don't want to give this up. This is something I worked hard for. Me and my wife built my business in 5 years. We worked so hard for this business. I'm not going to let anybody take that away. I don't want to do rogue weddings. I don't. But that's what you're pushing people to, because just as long as we cannot post it, people are going to do weddings. People have been doing weddings from last year. As a company, I told my guys we're not going to do that because I want to stay safe. I want to follow your guidelines, but your guidelines are so... They're clear, but they're not clear to us.
Yeah.
Because you let bars go back.
Yeah.
But what about us? You let social gatherings happen, but what about us? We have control from the time of our clients call a planner. This is the people we have. This is the guest list. We can contract trace better than any restaurant that I know of. We can control everything from the ballroom, because they're probably going to have their protocols, and we can...
We can operate under the same exact.
I get it.
guidelines.
I understand. I understand.
We have pivoted so much just to get our business open from last year. Every time, I'm not saying your Carwell, but Carwell sent something out. I know everybody started pivoting so we could open. So we had that hope, we had that glimmer of light, but every time it's like the wedding industry never got mentioned. We don't want to be put into this big wedding industry. We want to be put into a smaller, what is the word? What is the word, Karen? A smaller group, like, treat us like, yeah, our own category. Do us a favor. Let us run one event. Come to the event and see how professional we can run it. As professionals, we know what we have to do to keep our guys safe, plus the client safe. And there's not only one business. There's 1,000 people affected by this. It goes down the line, from officiants to hair and makeup to wedding planners to people that do rentals, that do everything. There's so much little things that make a wedding happen that people don't see. And that's the people that are hurting too. And we're just pleading for you. Like, we're not, that's why we made this peaceful, because we know you're trying to work. We know you have a lot on your plate, but don't forget about us.
You know what? I appreciate every word you just said. Every word you just said. I came down here to hear, listen, also try to tell you my position. I'm not giving up. And I appreciate and welcome the fact everybody's here today, okay? I hear you.
I thank you for what you're doing here. I do.
Clearly.
I do.
Okay?
Thank you, but please don't forget about us. You can see there's families out here.
Yeah.
Like,
Mayor, you were just about to make a promise. What was the promise you were going to make?
I promise I'm going to bring this back up as to the Department of Health and try to make a case. You know, I try to make a case for the wedding under the circumstances this young man just said with respect to gatherings of 25 or whatever, you know,
Thank you, Augie Councilman. Thank you, Augie T. Oh, but I'm fired up for industry, not me. It's for my family.
Thank you.
Ano muna guys? Yeah.